Hey folks, Ted Boss here with Shoulder Season Counseling and Coaching. I'm a licensed therapist in Idaho and Utah, and I do some parent coaching work with families all over the country. Today I want to talk to you about the 4 parenting styles. This is an oldie but a goodie, and all parents should know this. Okay, so the 4 styles are authoritarian, authoritative, permissive parenting, or laissez-faire, sometimes it's called, and then the last one's neglectful. Neglectful parenting is exactly what it sounds like. You're not there, you're totally disengaged. If you're watching this video, you're probably not a neglectful parent. So I don't think we need to spend too much time on that. Permissive parenting is one that we see a lot nowadays. And permissive parenting is kind of driven by the child. It's kind of like based on what they want, but in a way that's unhealthy. It's not attuned parenting, it's reactive parenting to whatever the child is, kind of whims are in the moment. A lot of times when parents are permissive, they have a hard time saying no, even when they know they shouldn't. They overindulge their kid, and they really struggle with holding boundaries. Parents with a permissive approach often have a lot of problems with kids starting at an early age, and those behaviors and problems kind of continue throughout the childhood development. Now, on the far opposite end of permissive parenting is what we call authoritarian parenting, right? And authoritarian is, it's my way or the highway. You got to do it exactly how I say, to the point to where there's very little concern with any emotional needs a child may have. An authoritarian approach is not concerned with how the kid feels or what's going on. They just want it to be their way, and it's very, very strict, very, very boundary driven. Authoritarian parents may have a lot of control over their kids when they're young, but when they get older, oftentimes those kids push back aggressively, or they completely kind of disconnect from the family system. Okay, and the 4th style of parenting, and the one that research shows has the best outcomes, is what's called authoritative parenting. And authoritative parenting is in touch with the kid's emotional needs, and also willing to set boundaries and say no and provide structure for kids. And so there's a give and take happening there. It's a parenting style that's adaptive and can change based on what the kid's doing or what the kid needs in the moment. Parents are able to set limits. I've got another video about setting limits. I'll try to put a link up to it here. And these parents also have open and clear communication that's age appropriate with their kids. Authoritative parents are also consistent, and they usually have a unified front with co-parents in the house. And unified front means that the 2 parents are working together and can't be split by their kid or triangulated. Authoritative parenting leads to the best outcomes. Now, listen, every parent slips sometimes. Maybe they're too permissive. Maybe they get, really, really firm at times, and they kind of go into that authoritarian role. But for the most part, you want to stay in that authoritative role as much as possible. The real essence of that role is you're balancing the attunement and the boundaries, or what you would call the relationship and the structure that kids need. I'm going to do another video on structure and relationship, or attunement and boundaries as well. So I'll try to put a link up to that if I remember. Folks, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You can go to shoulderseasoncounseling.com and hit like and subscribe. Take care.